window was behind my head. I couldn't get out of the bed. I was on support machines. There was no one else in my room. I was in a side room, and I'd gone from being this outgoing, active, really social person to it was like solitary confinement. And I started to realise that I was giving up, that I was succumbing to the diagnosis that I had challenged since the start. And I realised that I had to make a change if I wanted to continue on this positive path I'd been before. And I've got a good friend with MS who told me, you need to start focusing on all the things you can do. The first time you brush your teeth, the first time you wash your own face, the first time you have a shower. All these tiny things we take for granted every single day that other people were doing for me. And I started to realise, so as I focused on this, you can't walk upstairs for 6 months, I again had another fuck that moment, and I signed up to be a yoga teacher. And 12 weeks after my operation, I started my training. And that was based on the yoga school taking a massive risk with me. They signed me up while I was still in hospital, and it became a massive focus for me on doing something that I'd wanted to do my whole life, which I thought, I can't do that, I've got a PhD, I need to focus on my career and working for the government, I can't be a yoga teacher. But actually that's what I wanted to do. And so I started my training, and massive changes started to happen. And in August 2016, 8 months after my diagnosis, my scan showed that there was no cancer anywhere in my body. Now I did have chemotherapy, and I talked to Sophie about this beforehand, that I always felt, so from the start I've blogged about my journey, and I've always thought I could never say it was the yoga, or it was the diet changes, or all of this, because I felt guilty because, well, I've had chemo, and I can't ignore the fact I've had chemo, and that affected my belief system. I was like, all these alternatives, they work for other people, but I can't say they worked for me because I had chemotherapy. And it's almost like I'm a big believer in manifestation. So it was of no surprise to me as I focused on this that I had a recurrence. And in December last year, I started to have chest pain.